The latest on the coronavirus emergency. Thousands of passengers on that cruise ship are stuck at sea off the coast of California right now, confined to their rooms as they wait for test results.
We're going to be talking to one of those passengers coming up. And right here in New York, thousands of people are self-quarantining at home after they may have come in contact with the coronavirus. A 12th fatality has now been reported here in the United States, the latest in Washington state. And at this hour, the number of cases topping 200.
Congress has now passed an $8 billion emergency coronavirus funding bill to help battle the spread, sending that bill straight to the president's desk.
We have team coverage starting with Whit Johnson here in New York, where cases have doubled. Good morning, Whit.
George, good morning to you. New York's governor is opening an emergency operations center as several thousand people have been told to self-quarantine. Most of those linked to one single patient at this hospital behind me. Across the country, health officials are rapidly trying to ramp up their testing and contain the spread. Coronavirus test kits flown in by helicopter to that idling cruise ship off the coast of San Francisco. This morning, more than 2,400 passengers on the Grand Princess cruise now ordered to stay in their rooms until they can be evacuated. A 71-year-old man who sailed on the Grand Princess last month died of COVID-19, the state's first death linked to the illness. At least 20 people on board reportedly showing symptoms. A nurse from Northern California now under quarantine after treating an infected patient, issuing this anonymous statement through a union representative, criticizing the way the CDC has handled the outbreak.
The national CDC would not initiate the test.
Seattle has seen the virus spread to at least 70 patients. Take a look at the city's iconic Pike Place Market, normally bustling with tourists and shoppers. On Thursday, virtually deserted.
It's like a ghost town.
Some of the Emerald City's biggest employers ordering workers to stay home. Overnight, Microsoft and LinkedIn confirming one worker from each company testing positive for the virus. Amazon and Facebook already closing their offices until at least Monday amid the outbreak. In nearby Kirkland, the Life Care nursing home has seen at least 8 of its residents die. Families are outraged at the lack of response and communication from the CDC, the facility, and local authorities. Colleen Mallory spoke with our Kaylee Hartung about her mother, Peggy, who shares a room with one of the patients who died from the virus.
Have you asked them to test her?
Yes,
And what do they say?
She's not showing symptoms. She doesn't have a fever. She's not coughing. So,
Even though she had a roommate?
even though she had a roommate that was sick.
And now another major American city seeing the virus spread within its borders. Harris County, Texas, home to Houston, confirming 3 cases overnight. In New York, the number of cases doubling to 22. At least 18 linked to that Westchester County lawyer who is still hospitalized. The other patients have had no known contact with the infected individual. More than 2,700 people in the state are currently self-quarantined. Meanwhile, growing fear and outrage in New Hampshire, where an employee at Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center returned from a trip to Italy symptomatic. He had been told to self-isolate but broke the quarantine attending a party. Now both he and another person linked to him have been confirmed as New Hampshire's first 2 cases. Here in New York, the mayor is telling anybody who traveled to any of those 5 hardest hit countries to immediately self-quarantine for 2 weeks. The health commissioner is also ordering a number of city employees to be tested for the virus if they show any sign of symptoms at all.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.